Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the online class program of Government Chanchaitara-Madla United High School, Shahjahanpur, Bogra. I am Sazzad Hossain, Assistant Headmaster of this school. Along with the Chanchaitara TV online class program telecast by the BTV, our school has arranged this online class program for our students of different classes. Today I am going to take a class on English second paper for the students of class 9. My dear students, already you have acquainted or you have known the pattern of your English second paper questions. There are 11 grammatical items and one of them is transformation of sentence. In your previous classes, you have learned that sentences may be classified into 5 categories or types according to their purpose or meaning. They are assertive, interrogative, imperative, optative, and exclamatory. Another way to classify sentence is according to their construction or structures and number of their clauses. I hope after this class or this session you will be able to define and identify clauses. You will be able to identify simple, complex or compound sentence. My dear students, to do well in transformation, you must have clear concept or idea about structure of sentences or clauses. So, our first thing is, what is a clause? What is a clause? A clause is a group of words. A clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a predicate. A clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a predicate. I can give you an example. A very easy example. My father was a teacher. This is our subject and predicate. So this is a clause. A group of words having a subject and predicate. There are 3 types of clauses. There are 3 types of clauses. Number 1, principal clause. Principal clause. What is principal clause? A principal or another name is independent clause. A principal or an independent clause expresses a complete thought, that means full meaning, complete thought or full meaning, and stands itself as a sentence. Bangladesh is a beautiful country. Bangladesh is a beautiful country. It's an example of principal clause. It has a full and clear meaning. It has a subject and a predicate. Number 2, subordinate clause. subordinate clause or dependent clause. That means it depends on another thing. What is subordinate clause? A subordinate clause does not have a full meaning. That means it does not express complete or clear meaning or thought, and it does not or cannot stand as a sentence. For example, if you study attentively, you will pass. You will pass. It's an independent clause or principal clause. This clause has a clear meaning, but this clause, if you study attentively, it does not express complete thought or full meaning, so it is a subordinate clause. I can give you another example. When he saw me, he fled away. He fled away. That means he escaped. It has a full meaning. So this clause is an independent clause or principal clause, and this is our subordinate clause. It does not express full meaning. A subordinate clause introduced or starts with the words like since, as, if, who, when, etc. A subordinate clause starts with these words. Our next clause is number 3. Coordinate clause. I will discuss this clause with an example. He wanted to enjoy the cricket match, but he could not buy a ticket. He wanted to enjoy the cricket match, but he could not buy a ticket. He wanted to enjoy the cricket match. In this sentence, it's a principal clause. He could not buy a ticket. Another principal clause or independent clause. Two principal clauses joined with a connector or linking words or conjunction. This type of conjunction is called coordinating conjunction. This type of conjunction is called coordinating conjunction, and after the name of this conjunction, these clauses are called coordinate clause. So a coordinate clause is a principal clause, but as they are joined with a coordinating conjunction, they are also called coordinate conjunction. My dear students, I have discussed three kinds of clauses: principal clause or independent clause, subordinate clause or dependent clause, and number three, coordinate clause. Now, with the help of these clauses, we will identify our structural sentences, that means simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. Number one, simple sentence. In a simple sentence, there must be only one principal clause. Only one principal clause. Bangladesh is famous for her natural beauties. One principal clause, no subordinate clause. The sentence which has only one principal clause but has no subordinate or dependent clause is called a simple clause. Simple sentence, I'm sorry. I can give you another example. My father loves me and my little sister. This is another simple sentence. This is another simple sentence. Here, me and my little sister. Compound predicate. Sometimes our students or you are in doubt that it's a conjunction, so it's a compound sentence. No, it's a compound predicate. This is subject, this is the only verb. So this is a principal clause and it's an example of simple sentence. Then compound sentence. Like I said, two principal clauses joined with a subordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunction. Two principal clauses joined with a connector or linking word or coordinating conjunction. He is poor, but he is happy. Compound sentence. Two principal clauses or two coordinate clauses joined with a connector or linking word or coordinating conjunction. I can give you another example. Run fast, or you will miss the bus. Another coordinating conjunction. So they are our compound sentence. Our last item is complex sentence. Complex sentence. A complex sentence is a sentence which has a principal clause and one or more than one subordinate clause. If you help me, I will be glad. Though he worked hard, he could not pass. Subordinate clause and principal clause. So they are our complex sentence. So my dear students, these are our three types of sentences and three types of clauses. If you want to transform three types of sentence, simple, complex and compound, into one another, you have to learn about clauses very carefully. So my dear students, I think now you can identify the clauses and the sentences, structural sentences. I will discuss or I will help you about transformation, simple, complex and compound. We will transform the sentences into one another or each other in my next class. So till then, many thanks. And one more thing, please stay home because we are passing a pandemic situation due to COVID-19 across the world. So be safe and remain or stay home. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.